morning, and welcome to the City of Elmhurst 2023 Arbor Day celebration. My name is Mark Stevens, and I'm the Superintendent of Forestry for the City of Elmhurst. I'd like to start off by thanking the Mayor, City Council, City staff, and all the residents of Elmhurst who support the Forestry program. I'd especially like to thank the staff and students here at Immanuel Lutheran School who are helping us celebrate Arbor Day by planting a Princeton American elm tree on school property. This year marks the 43rd time in a row that the City of Elmhurst has been named the Tree City USA. I'd like to introduce the principal of the school, Mrs. Estes, who will make some announcements and introduce some staff and students who are going to provide the presentation. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Stevens. Good to see you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are very excited this year to be partnering with the City of Elmhurst. I was lucky enough to answer the phone one day in the office, and on the other end, the man introduced himself as Mark Stevens, Superintendent of Forestry for Elmhurst. And I thought, wow, that's a pretty cool job, and maybe someday I want to look at that job. I don't know. But we're so excited to have everyone here today, and so excited that the city is planting this tree for us this morning. We thank all the workers that came and started digging that hole by hand this morning, and now it's already in the hole ready to go. Last spring, when we picked our theme for the year, we picked the theme that we are rooted in God's love. So it's really cool today that we wrap up the beginning of the end of the school year by planting this tree, because we know that these roots are super important as this tree grows and gets bigger and stronger. And we know that when we are rooted in God's love, that's what feeds us to do all of the great things that we're here to do every day. So let's open in prayer, and then we're going to have our students take over the ceremony. Please pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank and praise you for this beautiful day that you've given us. We thank you for this creation, and you've tasked us to care for it. And we know how important trees are to this creation. So we ask that you allow us to care for this tree and to plant trees all over the world today. And we just do our best every day to take care of what you've given to us to do. And let that be a way that we can tell others about your love as we stay rooted in you and we share the gospel with everyone. Thank you for the blessing of this school and the teachers and the staff and the children, and also for this whole community. In your name we pray. Amen. So our first group this morning is our kindergarten, first and second graders, and they are excited to sing "The Green Grass Grew All Around."
In the meadow, there was a tree, there was a tree, the prettiest tree that you ever did see, that you ever did see. But the tree was in the hole, and the hole was in the ground, and the green grass grew all around, and the green grass grew all around. And on this tree,
Now, it will be very exciting in between each of the other parts of our program. We have some great tree facts. I'm hoping we can stump Mr. Stevens today, and some great tree jokes. So our 4th and 5th and 6th graders are going to help with those. So we have Juliana, Joshua, Cody, Avery, and Carson.
How do you know when a tree doesn't know an answer to something? It shrubs.
What kind of tree gives chicken? A poultry.
What was wrong with the tree's car? It wouldn't go.
How can you identify a dogwood tree? By its bark.
What's a tree's favorite subject? Geometry.
I'm going to introduce you, okay?
Okay.
And now we have William and Bradley and Josh.
Okay. Knowing which tree grows fast is important if you are wanting to shade an area quickly or if you need the timber for industry. The fastest growing tree in the world is found in Southeast Asia. The Falcateria falcata, or more commonly called the Mollican albizia, can reach over 35 feet in a little over a year. Growing at about 2 to 3 feet per month, or more than 1 inch a day, this tree is grown for its timber.
Girth is the distance around an object. To measure the girth of a tree, the distance around the trunk is measured. In the late 18th century, a European chestnut tree known as the Tree of the 100 Horses on Mount Etna in Sicily had a circumference of 190 feet. The trunk of this tree split into several pieces. This is the Tree of the 100 Horses.
Dendrologists are scientists who study trees. One of the things they study are the growth rings found in trees. The growth of tree rings changes in a predictable pattern, known as dendrochronology, or tree dating. This science calculates the date of the growth rings on trees to the year the rings were formed. Dating tree rings not only tells scientists a tree's age, it can also give scientists information about historical events, changes in the environment, or changes in the wood over the years.
This is the picture of the Falcateria falcata.
Our part-time 4-year-old class will be singing "The Trees Are Growing." Thank you, preschool. We're learning a lot about all the hard work that trees do every day. We have somebody who does a lot of hard work around here and loves to tell jokes. We have a very special joke teller coming up next. Pastor Stinky. Pastor Stinky likes to tell jokes so much that sometimes we don't allow him to during meetings, right?
That's true.
Yeah. Some of them are good and some of them he needs to work on a little bit. Are these ones good for today?
They're great.
Oh, good. All right, let's take it away.
All right. First, I want to say thank you to everyone who is here and everyone who helped plant this tree. Can we give them all a round of applause? You can tell we're really rooting for you. No, all joking aside, thank you so much for being here. And in fact, I probably shouldn't tell too many jokes because trees hate jokes. They get stumped too easily. But you shouldn't worry about a tree getting mad at you and biting you because their bark is worse than their bite. What is the maple tree's favorite holiday? Valentine's Day. They love to get all sappy. Why did the tree need to take a nap? Forest. Well, on that note, I should probably leave.
Wow, he's good at that, isn't he, boys and girls? Yeah, he likes to make us all laugh. So now we have Patrick, Catherine, and Elena that are going to come up and give us some more tree facts, followed by some of our 5th and 6th graders. We have Carson, Connor, Sophia, Michael, Paul, and Valerie. All right, guys, you ready? Speak right loud into that microphone for us. Come on.
The phrase or action, knocking on wood, is often used by someone who wants their good luck to continue. While the origin of this saying or action is not known to certain, it is believed that it originated with ancient cultures that sought spirits or gods lived in trees. Knocking on wood was believed to awaken the spirit who lives in them. Then the person who knocks on the tree would either ask for protection or for their good luck to continue.
Oak trees are the national tree of America. They symbolize the strength and sturdiness of the nation. There are around 500 different kinds of oak trees. Most live between 150 to 300 years, but some have lived to be 400 years old. They are also huge, growing upwards to 50 feet tall and 9 feet wide. These trees need around 50 gallons of water every day. Oak trees do not produce acorns until they are between 20 to 50 years old. They can produce around 2,000 acorns each year, but only 1 in every 10,000 of those acorns will actually grow into another oak tree.
Trees are one of the longest living organisms on the planet. They are also one of Earth's greatest living natural resources. Trees produce oxygen and help keep our air supply clean. They also reduce noise pollution, improve water quality, and help prevent soil erosion. Trees also provide wood that is used for building and pulp that is used for making paper. They are homes for many insects, birds, and animals, and produce a variety of fruits and nuts. Additionally, trees make landscapes beautiful and provide us with shade to enjoy on a hot day.
What's a tree's favorite drink? Root beer.
What did the tree say when it made an offer? Take it or leave it.
What did the tree say when spring finally arrived. What a relief.
How do trees access the internet? They log in.
What did the tree do for its birthday? It gave itself a ring.
What is a tree's least favorite month? September.
We welcome the 5th and 6th graders all up to read a poem by Shel Silverstein called A Poet's Tree.
A Poet's Tree by Shel Silverstein.
Underneath the poet tree, come and rest a while with me.
And watch the way the word web weaves between the shady story leaves.
The branches of the poet tree reach from the mountains to the sea.
So come and dream, or come and climb. Don't get hit by falling rhymes.
And now we have our last group of jokes and interesting tree facts. Have you learned anything today, Mr. Stevens?
It's been a wonderful experience.
Yeah?
I'm gonna take a lot of these back to the office with me.
All right. Yeah, some of those trees we can't plant here, huh? No. All right. We're going to welcome Soren and Nathan, Sophia, and Araya to read their tree facts.
There are about 3 trillion trees on Earth. But half of those trees are found in tropical and subtropical forests. That's about 400 trees for every living person on the planet. Countries with the most land have the most trees. Russia takes first place with 642 billion trees, followed by Canada with 318 billion trees, Brazil with 302 billion trees. The United States comes in 4th place with 228 billion trees. Other countries with over 100 billion trees are China, Congo, Indonesia, and Australia. And believe it or not, there are 4 countries that don't have any trees: Qatar, Greenland, San Marino, and Oman.
The tallest trees in the world are found in redwood forest in California. These trees are giant sequoias, also called Sierra redwoods. Redwoods grow to enormous heights in the California forest, since the climate is just right and there is ample rain to promote growth. Not only are they tall, but they usually live 500 to 700 years, and some have been known to live up to 2,000 years. The tallest of these sequoias is a tree called Hyperion, discovered in 2006. It is 379.7 feet tall and is 600 to 800 years old. Its exact location is kept a secret in order to protect it from vandalism.
If you ever need to stay in a hospital, you might want to request a room with a view that includes trees. Studies have shown that just looking at flowers, trees, or water can reduce anxiety, pain, and anger, as well as reduce muscle tension and improve relaxation. Patients with views of nature also have shown positive changes in patients' blood pressure, heart, and brain activity.
Trees are used to create many products. The wood provides building materials for furniture, roller coasters, toothpicks, pencils, and many other. Pulp is used to make paper products. The cellulose fibers from trees are used in clothing, cellophane, hard hats, sandwich bags, and more. Additionally, tree parts are used to make tires, paint, cereals, adhesives, chewing gum, hairspray, mouthwash, shampoo, toothpaste, and, yep, even Twinkies.
And now we have Giada, Sadie, Justin, Samuel, and Dimitri with some more jokes for us.
What is the best tree network? Tree Mobile.
Where did the tree sapling go to school? Elementary school.
What did the tree say to the bully? Leave me alone.
Why did the tree get kicked out of the party? Because it was so rude.
Why was the tree arrested? It shoplift.
Our third graders are going to come up and do a reader's theater about trees. Boys and girls, let's give everybody a round of applause for what they've done so far. And preschool friends, you are doing a great job of being so patient and listening. Way to go. Ready, guys? Okay, so just be as loud as you can when it's your turn, okay?
Today we are learning about a holiday in the United States called Arbor Day. Each state in America celebrates Arbor Day. Our state celebrates Arbor Day in the month of April. Our state tree is the white oak.
Arbor Day is a word that means tree.
That is me. I am a tree. Does that mean that Arbor Day could also be called Tree Day?
It sure could.
I like a day that is all about me.
When is Arbor Day?
National Arbor Day is the last Friday in the month of April.
But many states celebrate on a day that is the best tree planting time for their area.
Arbor Day is a day to remember the beauty and importance of trees.
Yes, and Arbor Day is my new favorite holiday. I know I am special. I am important because I make oxygen. People need oxygen.
Trees also provide shade.
Many animals make their homes in and around trees. I sure love trees. Sometimes trees have to be chopped down for firewood.
Do not forget about fruit trees and nut trees. I make food like yummy apples, cherries, oranges, pears, and pecans.
And your leaves provide food for animals and insects.
Trees are used to make paper.
Trees are used to make houses and buildings for people.
I am very important to people, animals, and the environment.
That is exactly why J. Sterling Morton started Arbor Day. He was sad to see so many trees being chopped down. Mr. Morton wanted a day set aside to plant trees. He never wanted us to run out of trees.
So, Mr. Morton created Arbor Day to honor trees?
Yes, he did. In his home state of Nebraska, the first Arbor Day was on April 10th in the year 1872.
Mr. Morton encouraged people to plant trees. Mr. Morton wanted to protect our trees and forests. I like Arbor Day.
I just love my holiday.
Thank you, third graders, for that great readers theater. Now, many of you may have heard the poem that our 7th and 8th graders wrote this fall to honor and remember 9/11. It is probably my most favorite poem of all time, but that could change today because they have written a new poem to celebrate Arbor Day. So we're going to invite up our 7th and 8th graders. I will quickly name them as they walk by me and get ready. Are you guys coming back? Okay, yeah. All right, we have Nathan, Josiah, Jonah, Jacob, Lily, Hannah, Vivian, Des, Savannah, Elijah, Nathan, Catherine, and Naya. All right, come on, guys.
This poem is called Arbor Day, the Immanuel Tree Party. Once long ago, the tree population dipped low. Humans were cutting them down until one man came into town.
John Rosnow was his name. He loved the trees and earned his fame.
Digging a hole, a new place for a new tree.
Covering the roots with soil, watering and waiting for it to flourish.
Keep the trees growing and care for the land.
Maintain our trees, lend a helping hand.
Preserving the trees is an important part of keeping Arbor Day in our heart.
Keeping the thriving giants in good shape to maintain our majestic landscape.
A new Princeton elm for Immanuel's outdoor realm.
We come as one community to plant this new tree.
The world spins and creates the seasons. Trees change for incredible reasons. God's masterpiece, created in his design, his perfect plan was truly sublime.
Red, orange, yellow, green, and brown, dormant trees wither and bend down. Buds burst and give winter color. Spring makes the world less duller.
Trees with outstretched arms embrace the community they hold together.
Their branches hold beauty and charm and will stay forever no matter the weather.
Thank you, 7th and 8th graders. That was awesome. Guys, we'll get that out so that everyone can see that poem and read that poem and make sure they heard all the important parts there. They had a lot of good information in that.
And I'd like to have everyone give everyone here a round of applause again just for the wonderful presentations and poems and songs. I'd now like to present the school with an official Arbor Day flag. And before we close, I'd like to read the official Arbor Day proclamation signed by the mayor for the city of Elmhurst. Whereas the city of Elmhurst has again been recognized as a Tree City USA by the National Arbor Day Foundation and named a growth community for continued advancement in community tree care programs and policies. And whereas the year 2023 marks the 43rd time that Elmhurst has received the Tree City USA designation. And whereas trees are beautiful additions to our neighborhoods, parks, and shopping areas that increase the value of our properties, conserve energy, help clean the air, protect rivers and streams, and provide homes for birds and other wildlife. And whereas the employees of the Forestry Division of Public Works provide an essential service to Elmhurst by planting and caring for the trees that enhance the beauty and quality of life in our community. And whereas the City of Elmhurst will observe National Arbor Day on Friday, April 28, 2023, by planting a Princeton elm tree at Immanuel Lutheran School, in conjunction with the staff and students of Immanuel Lutheran School. Now, therefore, I, Scott M. Levin, Mayor of the City of Elmhurst, do hereby proclaim April 28, 2023 as National Arbor Day. And before we officially close, I'd like to invite the staff and students of Immanuel Lutheran School to help us finish planting the tree by placing shovelfuls of dirt in the hole that the tree is planted in. Thank you everyone for coming today. Thank you very much.